What is a document class? Document class is pretty much an external ActionScript file. Instead of having your code, your ActionScript, embedded in the actual SWF file, creating it in the FLA, typing it all out in the FLA in your layers when you hit F9 or Command F9 to bring up your Actions panel, it is in an external pure ActionScript file that you call in via the class option in your Properties panel when your stage is selected. One more time. In your Flash IDE, which is Integrated Development Environment, there is a option in your Properties panel when nothing or the stage is selected, and it is a class, and you're allowed to type in something there. Pretty much that is the name of the class file. Not the name of the file name, not the name of the file, like the file name of the external ActionScript document, the AS document. So you wouldn't type in, for example, if it was called stars, you wouldn't type in stars.as. You would just type in stars, because in calling your ActionScript file stars.as, you would have to call your public class inside of it stars, which I'll get to in a second. Inside your document class, the first thing you need to declare is your package. Package determines the folder that your ActionScript file is sitting in. After that, you import whatever classes you need, whatever you need to work with this code, and then you declare the name of the class. So public class would, in my case, my ActionScript file is called stars. My class would have to be called stars as well, and that is what the FLA doc looks for. And why it would have to be named stars.as if your class name was called stars is because it looks for that file name because of the class name. Pretty much meaning that stars, you say, oh, look for the class named stars. It would look for the AS file, stars.as, and then look inside that saying, oh, look, there's a stars class. Okay. And then it would continue its work. Once you declare the public class name, you'd have to extend movie clip or sprite. Sprite is pretty much a movie clip without a timeline and is usually, or always I think, generated by code. And this class file has a public function inside of it, which is called a constructor. The constructor is a function that is initiated no matter what. Once this class file is called, this function is initiated. You can put anything in this, preferably not too much code, considering that it is always initiated, it is always called upon. But what you can do is make this function call other functions, and then define the functions in your like another private function or public function. As well, you can call upon external packages, which would be another class file, and in doing that you'd have to import the package name, you'd have to create a variable connecting the two, and then you're pretty much good to go. It's always good to trace them out, like trace out each file, have a trace statement to make sure that each of them are connected to your SWF or to your FLA doc. Think of it as a hierarchical organization. For example, a digital agency. The FLA is the client, the document class would be the manager or the client liaison, and the rest of the classes would be like for example the creative director, the development manager, or the lead designer, and then they'd have designers under them, and etc, 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 as a hierarchy usually goes. The production manager or the client liaison, which would be the document class, which would be the main class that's in contact with the client or the FLA file, and it would talk to the rest of the classes, for example the ones directly in contact with it, the creative director, the lead designer, the development manager, and then he's like, here, this is what I want, or this is what needs to be done, or this is what just happened, and in doing so sends a message to each of these directors or these files, and in turn they travel the message, pass the message on to the lower workers. A hierarchy. That would be when you want to have something much more complex.